Okay.
In this paper only, question 12 and question 13 means it is very difficult to solve.
Okay, let me just check. So, without wasting any time, let me proceed to question number 12. A square is covered by a design made up of four identical rectangles surrounding a central square. Okay, as shown in the figure, if the area of the central square is 4 by 9 of the area of the entire design. So, inner area is 4 by 9. So, I'll call this as um, A I, A inner, and the outer area, I'll call it as A outer. So the ratio of A inner to A outer is 4 upon 9. Find the ratio of the length of the rectangle to the side of the square, central square. So the length of the rectangle is this much.
Sir, the ratio is not given. No, it is just a statement.
Yeah, that statement
It's
means
not
the
a
ratio
ratio.
only. So what they have said, the area of the central square is 4 by 9 of the area of the entire design, which means they have said that area of the inner square is 4 by 9 multiplied by area of the outer square. So which means when I take area of the outer square over here, it's basically ratio only, right?
Yes, sir.
Hmm.
Okay.
So what they have asked is the ratio of length of the rectangle to the side of the central square. So length of the rectangle is this, and side of the central square is this. No, sorry, not this. This. Let me call it as S. Now, what is the relation between them? Technically speaking, if I call it as breadth, technically speaking, length minus breadth is this side. I believe I'm clear this much.
Length minus 2 breadth. No?
Sorry.
You are taking length the whole one or only the
No,
arrows
only
you have
this much. As you can
drawn?
see, how much ever I've plotted the arrow, that is the actual length because the rectangle is ending
Okay,
over
sir.
here. It's not going till down.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So length minus breadth is the side of the inner inner square. So I will name it as. So inner side is equal to length minus breadth. Okay. Now that's one logic. Now, if you'll observe the outer side, SO, I will name it as. This is also breadth. So outer side is length plus breadth. I hope I'm clear. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So outer side is length plus breadth. Now you have the ratio of these two terms, these two apna squares.
Sir, so we get that L minus B the whole square upon L plus B the whole square will be 4 by
Correct.
9.
In fact, correct. So instead of area of inner square, I'll put side square. Instead of area of outer square, I'll put side square, that is equal to 4 by 9. Now I take square root on both sides. On left side, I'll get side inner upon side outer is equal to 4 becomes 2 and 9 becomes 3. Now side inner के जगह पे I'll put L minus B. Upon side outer के जगह पे I'll put L plus B is equal to 2 upon 3. This is the overall logic. Now, when you'll cross multiply with each other, you will get basically L upon B's answer. Okay. This is one method, or there is one more technique actually. But if I'll explain that technique, you may get confused. So I'm not going to explain that. I'm going to simply do a simple calculation over here because the exams are so near. I don't want to confuse with any new methods. And when I multiply 3 over here, it becomes 3L minus 3B is equal to, when I multiply this over here, it will become 2L plus 2B. So when I take 2L over here, 3L minus 2L gives me L is equal to, when I take 3B over here, it gives me 5B. So ultimately my answer is going to be L upon B is equal to 5 upon 1. Right. Ratio of length of the rectangle. Oh, they're not asking for breadth actually. They're asking for area. Check. Take it again. I thought it was L upon B. So now what they are asking is side of the central square. So L upon SI is the ratio what they're asking. So L upon SI की जगह पे I'll substitute L minus B. Now everywhere instead of L I'll substitute 5B. So this will be 5B upon 5B minus B. That should give me 5 upon 4. That's my answer. I hope it's clear.
Understood, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh,
Sir,
yes,
after
Priya.
this question 13.
13. Okay. Priya, what was your query, please?
Sir, I did it like now S1 square divided by SO square is equal to 4 by 9.
Mm-hmm.
So I took, then we wrote S1 by SO is equal to 2 by 3. So I
Mm-hmm.
took those value, S1 as 2 and SO like as 3. So now
No.
S1 I took 2 and the whole value as 3, and then the bread becomes 0.5, 0.5. Now to calculate the length, I just 2 plus 0.5 is equal to 2.5. So 2.5 is to the length of central, which is 2. So that like that I calculated to get 5 is 2.
In this case, even though your method was not correct, but still you have got the correct answer because the question or maybe the answer they were expecting in ratio. Since the answer was expected in ratio, hence your method was, even though method was wrong,
Yes, sir.
you got the correct answer. But let me tell you that method is wrong. If the answer is expected in absolute values, not in the ratios, you will never get the absolute correct answer. Okay. So keep that thing in mind. Okay.
Sir, and why did we do L minus B and L plus B? Could you
Because we need to find, see over here, what they have given is basically area of inner and outer square. So I understood, or maybe we understood that from area we will get side, inner and outer. Now we have to find some link between inner and outer side. What is the link between them? We have to find. And that link is length and breadth. One is L
Oh,
minus B
okay,
and the
sir.
other one is L plus B, basically.
Okay, sir. Got it, got it.
Hmm.
1 minute, sir. I'm noting this down.
Okay. Shall I erase and proceed further?
Yes, sir.
1 moment, sir.
Sir,
Okay,
can you please do question number 14?
sure. You can take a screenshot. I'm erasing in 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I will have to hurry a bit because I have to make sure that all the queries are answered. A rectangular tank has a square base with sides of length 4 meter and height 5 meter. Uh, Square base, sides of length 4 meter and okay. So first of all, this tank is a rectangular tank with, so rectangle is
Can
the
I
wall.
suggest another
Wall is the rectangle, whereas the base is square base. So this is a square. And when I see the vertical wall, the length of the vertical wall is 4. That's what I've said. That's what they have said. And the height is 5. Okay. Now, since they have mentioned that it has a square base, if this is 4, this will also be 4. Simple logic. So now for the whole block, rectangular block, I know all the dimensions. Now the tank is filled with water to a height of 2.5. So 2.5 ke height tak water is filled. A solid cube with sides 2, since it is cube, which means all the sides will be 2 itself, then is dropped into the tank. How much of volume, oh sorry, how much of water level will rise? So first of all, I will have to find how much is the volume of the solid cube, because you should know that if you put anything inside a water, the water level will rise. Yes. How much will it rise? That depends on how much of volume have you put inside. It totally depends on the volume. So volume of the cube is 2 cube because the side is 2. Side cube is the volume of the cube, which is nothing but 8. So 8 of the volume you have inserted inside. Now you will have to find, because of this insertion, how much of height is increased. Now how do you find? So basically, how much ever is the volume of cube, that will be the increase
Yeah,
in.
sir. That there is this law that the body displaces water
Correct.
or liquid equal to its own volume.
Correct. Archimedes principle it was. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, increase in volume. So increase in volume of the water tank. The increasing volume of water tank will be equal to volume of cube. Now, how much did the volume of water tank increase? See, volume in general for any cylinder, the volume is always, okay. If you don't know, I'm just telling you, you might be knowing this. If A is the area of base, H is the height of the cylinder, then the
Length
volume
into
is
breadth
always
into height.
area into height. Simple. Length into breadth into height is absolutely correct. Where length into breadth is basically area. Simple logic. Okay. In this case, increase in volume is nothing but area of base multiplied by height is equal to volume of cube, which is 8. Area of base in this case is nothing but 16. Why 16? It's 4 multiplied by 4, which is nothing but 16. So I'll write 16 over here. 16 multiplied by height is equal to 8, which means height will be equal to 8 upon 16. That is 0.5. Your answer is 0.5.
Sir,
Sir,
I could
what
not understand.
height
So
is
that
H?
Sorry, one by one. You could not understand. Simple logic, right? And somebody was asking what is H, right?
Sir, why did you take why did you take 16 into H is equal to 8?
Sure, I'll explain. Uh, increase, see, I've already said increase in volume of the water inside the tank is basically equal to how much ever volume of cube you have inserted inside. Now, increase in volume is how much? Area of the base multiplied by increase in height, which they have asked already. It is equal. So hence area of base into height on the left hand side. On the right hand side, volume of cube, which I have already calculated, I am going to substitute that. Now, instead of area, I will substitute 16. Why? Because area of the base is nothing but, this is also 4 and this is also 4. So 4 into 4, 16 is the area of the base. Hence, instead of area, I'll substitute 16, which means H is equal to 8 upon 16, which is nothing but 0.5.
Okay, sir, understood.
Okay. Priya, what was your query? Or what is your query?
Sir, actually I did in a different method. I
Mm-hmm.
first found volume of the water, then the volume of the small cube.
Mm-hmm.
Then I did like if 40 meter cube will raise up to 2.5 meter, then how much will it raise if it was 8 meter? Like 40 is equal to 2.5, then 8 is equal to how much? I did the unitary method and I got 0.5. Is that right?
Sounds fair. Sounds fair. Okay,
Sir, but if we sir, in this question only, I tried to do first find the volume of water in the container and plus 8. Then why doesn't the answer come?
because okay, plus 8, which means you have increased the volume. Okay, now what you have to do? Okay,
Yes, sir.
you found the initial volume. Initial volume was 16 into 2.5, right? That is 40.
Yes, sir.
So 40 was the initial volume. You added 8 to it. Now the new volume is 48. Now what is this? This is new volume, right? Now what you have to find
Yes,
is
sir.
the change in height. The change in height, if you have to find, then you have to equate this 48 with 16 multiplied by h plus 2.5. Why? Why 16? 16 is the area of base, which is nothing but 4 into 4, right? And what is h plus 2.5? 2.5 was the initial height. H is the change in height. So the new height is equal to area into, new height multiplied by area is equal to new volume. Do you understand this?
Sir, so in this we have to find H, basically.
Yes, 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 yes.
Okay, sir.
Sir,
Yep.
I have another doubt.
Mhm.
When you took the volume of the, you took volume of the cube as there in the formula. And then why did you take the area of that?
Sorry, Priya, your voice, I lost your voice actually. I don't know, is it my network or your network issue? What about the others? Can people hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, which means it's not my network issues. So let Priya come back to her network and then she'll ask and then I'll maybe answer. Meanwhile, I'll proceed further to save our time. So tank size ये तो हो गया 14. So 14 was the next query, right? So the next
Hello?
query, yeah,
Hello?
I'm
So,
listening.
I had the doubt, like you took the volume of the cube as 8,
Mm-hmm.
and then you took the area of the tank. Why not
Mm-hmm.
the area of the cube?
Because the water level is not rising inside the cube, the water level is rising inside the tank. So wherever the water level
Okay.
is rising, that height you have to find. So whichever height you are going to find, that corresponding area you have to use. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So 14th question. An illegal receipt shows that 72 cakes were purchased for A. For A, it is. Okay, small a. Rupees X679Y. What is the sum of digits at X and Y? So you'll have to find what is the number over here. So what can be the
Sir,
yeah, I'm listening.
sir, we can do like x and y. The sum of all the digits should be, so if it is divisible by 72, it should be divisible by 3 and 9. So when we take 3 first, then x and y sum can be 2 and 5. But when we take 9, it can only be 5.
So you considered
Sir,
5.
I did like it should be divisible by 8 and 9. Like that.
Yes, sir. For that, we will also have to check that y is surely an even number.
Yeah, y should be an y should be an even number. And to be divisible by 72, you'll have to take 9 eights are, yeah, that actually makes sense. 9 eights are. So for nine's divisible, first of all, let's satisfy nine's divisibility test, right? So when we satisfy nine's divisibility test, 6 plus 7 is 13, 13 plus 9 is 22. So x plus y should be a multiple of 9. Well, I'm sorry, x plus y plus other digits should be a multiple of 9, which is greater than 22. So greater than 22 is what, 27. So 27 is an option and 36 is an option. We'll have to check where is our number going to fit. So between 22 to 27, there is a difference. The difference is only 5. Between 22 to 36, the difference is 14, which I don't see over here. Hence, I ignore the possibility of 36. Hence, my next possible value is 27. From 22 to 27, the difference is 5, and that is my answer. Fortunately, since 9, when I'm considering the divisibility test of 9, there itself I'm getting the answer. I don't have a confusion whether this is the answer or that is the answer. Hence, I don't have to think about the 8th divisibility test. I just have to consider the 9th divisibility test in this case. Do you understand me?
So we have to take 3. We have to, if it was not, if there was no option, so we have to take 3, 9, and 8, no, in consideration.
I will say you take directly, since 72 is equal to 8 multiplied by 9, you directly take 9 and no need to take 3. If you're taking 9, the 3 is
Yes, sir.
automatically covered in that, right? So
Yes,
if any
sir.
number is divisible by 9, which means it is understood it is divisible by 3. So you don't have to consider 3 separately.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So same goes over here. Any number, for example, if you have an option to take divisibility test of 2 and 4, don't take 2 and 4 separately. You directly take 4. If it is divisible by 4, which means it is understood it is divisible by 2 as well. ये by default check हो जाता है. Anyway, so proceeding further, 13th and 14th were your doubts. I believe 15th में doubt नहीं है. I'm assuming. Now 2012's paper,
Sir, question number 1.
question number 1. Uh, okay, why do I feel that I've solved this question?
Yes, sir, you have solved it.
Sir, it is very easy.
I will suggest you to check the recording for this. Okay.
So can you solve question number 13 in this paper?
13 on this paper. In this paper.
Question 10, sir.
Okay. So 10, after 10, I'll solve 30. Okay. First, let me solve 10.
Sir,
10 is
10 you
also,
have solved in class.
yes, that's what I was going to say.
Yes, sir. 10 is very easy.
Yes. 10 is already solved in the class. So for now, I'll not be solving 10, considering our time factor. And
Sir, 13 is also solved in class.
correct. One more reason I'm not solving 10 is this. Basically, I feel that it is easy. So if even if you watch the recording, you will be able to understand. It is not that difficult. So if any sum is like damn difficult, which was already discussed in the class, but it was damn difficult, then you are asking that question, I may consider solving it once again. But that also, again, that is also having a later preference. The first preference goes to those questions which are not at all solved in the class, and in those questions you have doubt. Anyway, 13th was also solved in the class, so I will request you to please go through the recording.
Sir, can you give hint for 10?
अरे एक बार recording तो देख लो, hint क्या पूरा का पूरा solution मिल जाएगा आपको.
Sir, we
Okay,
can do
sir.
trial and error method for that 10th one.
You have another method. Okay, once we complete the doubt solving, we will discuss with more methods. As of now, since I've not discussed the first method of 10th, I won't be appreciating to discuss the second method. Okay. 13th is also a simple problem, so I won't be solving it. Instead, I want you to go through the recording because it is already solved in the class. Next, I think this was also done in the class. This was also done. This was also done. First question. 2013's paper we are in now. So I remember first question I have already done. Second, third,
Sir,
fourth.
can you
fifth.
solve
I
the
got
question number
doubt in
6 in this
13.
paper?
Second is also done in class.
Second is
Sir,
also
I
done.
want 13 and 14, sir.
13
Yes,
and
sir.
14.
Can you
So
solve
13.
sixth question?
Sixth. Somebody said sixth, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Sixth, let me see. In a circle of radius 4 centimeters square
Sir,
is
I
drawn in
think this is also done in class.
Yeah, I think this was not the question but similar question we have done, not the same question. I think this was given as homework. Maybe I don't know why do I feel so. Maybe. Okay. But anyway, I'll just give a hint how to solve this. Is very simple. Since this is the radius is 4, I can say that this is also 4 because this is also radius, which means when I join it over here, this is also 4, which means the total diagonal is 8. Simple logic. And the diagonal's formula is what? Root 2 multiplied by side. So
Side
8
integral.
is equal to root 2 multiplied by side, which means side is equal to 8 upon root 2. If side is equal to 8 upon root 2, area will be equal to side square, which is nothing but square of this number. That gives you 64 upon 2, which is nothing but 32. Option 3.
Understood, sir. Thank you.
So after sixth one,
Till what time in the class?
45, 8:45. Sixth हो गया. Then somebody said 13th and 14th, I believe.
Sir,
Right?
not 13th, only
Sir, I
14th.
think
Only 14th. ठीक है. 14th and 15th, I think. I don't know. Anyway, 14th I'll solve first. The total amount with Arvind, Mahesh, and Praveen is 273. The ratio of Arvind's amount to Praveen's amount is 8:5. Praveen's amount is 10 by 13 of Mahesh's amount. How much more does Arvind have than Praveen? Yeah, I don't remember solving this, so I'll solve this. Total amount, okay, A plus M plus P is 273. Ratio of Arvind's amount to Praveen. Yep. So due to some connectivity error, I was not able to connect back. Is my voice audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So as we were discussing, so Arvind plus Mahesh plus Praveen is equal to 273. Ratio of Arvind's amount to Praveen's amount is 8 upon 5. And Praveen's amount dash times Mahesh's amount. And Praveen's amount
Sir,
to Mahesh's amount is 10 by 13. How much does Arvind have than Praveen? Okay. So अरविंद और प्रवीण के बीच का सवाल है, so अरविंद की जगह पे P डाल दो
sir,
और yeah, I'm listening.
in the class we have done by taking Mahesh's amount to X.
Sorry, can you please be louder?
In the class we have done this question by taking Mahesh's amount to be X. So this was easier than this, which we are doing now.
Okay. In the class we have already done this. Okay. So
Yes,
then
sir. I was telling that only 13 and 14 both are done in class.
oh, sorry. I could not remember.
Sir, I
ठीक है,
checked
so I'm
the
not
recording, but I couldn't understand it.
okay. So I'll just give you a gist. So take this Mahesh's value as x. So P is equal to 10 by 13 x you have. Okay. And on the other hand, you have A is equal to 8 by 5 P, where instead of P, you will substitute this. So that gives you A is equal to, sorry, 8 upon 5 multiplied by 10 by 13 x. So that gives you uh, 16 upon 13x. So now you substitute everything over here. Instead of A, you will write 16 upon 13x plus instead of M, you will write x itself. Instead of P, you will write 10 by 13x. Okay, is equal to how much it was? 273. Now, when you solve this, you will get x equal to something. Okay, that is Praveen's amount. And when you substitute this x over here,
91.
acha, x is equal to 91. ठीक है. When you substitute this x over here, you will get Arvind's amount. Arvind's amount is equal to 16 upon 13 multiplied by x, which you will substituting over here. You will get Arvind's amount. And once you get Praveen's and Arvind's amount, you can easily find the difference between them. How much more Arvind minus Praveen ka value subtract kar do, you will get the answer. Okay?
Sir, is the answer
Sir,
42?
Sorry, 42 it is.
Yes, so the answer is 42.
Yeah, looks like it. 721. Yeah. Sevens are.
sir, now you will be telling question 13, right?
13 we discussed now. Wait, we did not discuss yet. Achha.
No, sir.
If the compound interest on a sum of 2 years, 12.5 per annum is so and so simple interest on the same period of the simple interest will be how much? Compound interest is this much, simple interest is how much? This was solved. I don't. Can you please? I will request you to just go through the recording once.
Sir, it is easy. We
It
can
is
take
Yes, sir.
12.5 upon 100 as
Directly
1 by 8.
sorry.
Sir, we can take R upon 100 as 1 by 8.
Yeah, in this case, yes. 1 by 8 when you will consider, you'll
Sir, I wanted to ask that if only compound interest is given for 2 years, is there any easier way to find the principal?
Sir,
Or compound, sorry, simple interest or compound interest or first year?
uh, the difference between compound interest and simple interest is equal to the square of rate of interest. That is the basic formula. है ना?
Yes, sir, I am
Excuse me,
asking
sir.
that if the compound interest of
So-
2 years is given, is it possible to find the compound interest of 1 year from this provided information?
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. Na. In this case, simple interest you have to find. Na. So compound interest minus simple interest is equal to uh, the rate of interest upon 100 plus square multiplied by principal. Sorry, multiplied by principal. So I'll request you to, this is just a hint I'm giving. I'm not going to solve it because since we have already solved in the class, I will request you to please go through the recording once.
So we
Okay.
have done it by 510 is equal to P into 112.5 upon 100 the whole square minus 1.
Minus 1.
Directly formula.
Okay. Okay, that method we have used.
Excuse
So
me, sir.
whichever method. Yes, yes, I'm listening.
Sir, actually, I had a theoretical doubt. In
Mhm.
compound interest, in some questions, you actually added manually. So can you just explain how you did that?
Added manually, maybe in that question, that addition would have been an easier option. Maybe, matlab, okay, we'll discuss on this point in the next class because today it's already we are done with the time. So in the next class, maybe we'll face some kind of
Okay,
similar
sir.
problems that time we can discuss in detail. Okay, ऐसा high गड़बड़ में discuss करके मतलब नहीं है. So my dear
Okay,
children,
sir.
that's all for this day. See you tomorrow. Till then, take care. Bye bye. See ya.
Bye, sir. Good night,
Sir,
sir.
bye, sir. Good night, sir.
Bye,
Bye,
sir.
sir. Good night.